Hello, my darlings. I invite you to settle in, take a deep breath, and let your imagination wander with me. Today I want to take you to the Scottish Highlands, a place where the air hums with ancient music and the landscape is painted in 1,000 shades of green, purple, and gold. Here, every hill and valley seems to hold a secret waiting to be discovered by those who venture off the beaten path. The wind whispers secrets through tall grasses, and the mountains stand like sleeping giants, their heads shrouded in mist. It's as if the land itself is alive, breathing softly beneath the ever-changing sky. Here you step not just into another country, but into another time. The paths you walk are the same ones trodden by generations past. Each stone and blade of grass a silent witness to centuries of stories. The Highlands leave an impression that lasts a lifetime. The vastness of the valleys, the drama of the skies, and the sheer scale of the mountains have a way of making you feel both small and infinite at once. It's in the haunting melody of a lone bagpipe, the sudden burst of sunshine through clouds, and the stories etched into every stone and stream. The music seems to rise from the earth itself, echoing the joys and sorrows of those who have lived here. This is a journey for the senses and the heart. The scent of wild heather, the cool touch of morning dew, and the sight of endless glens all combine to create a tapestry of experience you'll never forget. There's a magic here that's hard to describe, but you feel it the moment you arrive. It's in the hush that falls as you take in the view, and in the sense of wonder that grows with every step you take. The silence is filled with the sounds of the wild. The cry of an eagle, the lapping of water, the rustle of wind. Even in stillness, the Highlands are alive, their spirit woven into every sound and shadow. The Highlands encourage you to slow down, breathe deeply, and be present. Here, time seems to stretch and soften, inviting you to let go of hurry and simply be. As we begin, keep your heart open. This is a living, breathing landscape, steeped in proud and poignant history. Every ruin and every castle tells a tale of resilience, love, and loss. We'll walk through glens of joy and sorrow, stand before castles of triumph and turmoil, and listen for echoes of those who once called this wild paradise home. Their voices linger in the wind, their dreams woven into the very fabric of the land. This is their story, and it's a privilege to share it with you. So let us begin our journey together with open eyes and open hearts, ready to be changed by the magic of the Highlands. The mountains of the Highlands are ancient, weathered and full of character. Ben Nevis, the highest peak, often wears a crown of clouds, while the quillins on Skye look carved by giants. These are not just rocks, they're monuments shaped by time, each with its own legend. The glens, like Glencoe, are hauntingly beautiful, their steep sides scarred by waterfalls and history. The three sisters of Glencoe have witnessed centuries of drama and sorrow. Glenfinnan's viaduct and the monument by Loch Shiel mark moments that change the Highlands forever. The landscape is ever-changing. Mountains shift from foreboding to ethereal. Heather turns royal purple in summer. The Highlands demand your attention, rewarding you with moments of pure wonder. It's a living testament to the artistry and power of nature. The lochs are the soul of the Highlands, reflecting the sky and holding centuries of secrets. Loch Ness, shrouded in legend, invites your imagination to wander. Loch Lomond's wooded islands and Loch Shiel's dramatic shores each have their own unique charm. These waters were once lifelines, connecting communities and inspiring myths of kelpies and water spirits. Standing on a loch's shore, you sense something ancient and untamable beneath the surface. The lochs shift from joyful playgrounds to places of deep solitude, depending on the weather and your mood. In their quiet moments, they whisper the stories of those who lived and loved beside them. The lochs reflect not just the landscape, but the long, often sorrowful history of the Highlands. Castles dot the Highlands, standing as stone sentinels over glens and lochs. Eilean Donan Castle, perched where three sea lochs meet, is the very image of a Highland fortress. At dawn, it emerges from the mist like a fairy tale. Ruins like Urquhart Castle on Loch Ness echo with the violence and resilience of the past. These castles were strongholds of great clans, MacDonalds, MacLeods, Campbells, symbols of power and survival. Dunvegan Castle on Skye, home to the MacLeods for over 800 years, is filled with heirlooms and legend. Visiting these places connects you to a fiercely independent way of life. The castles anchor Highland history, linking landscape to human story. Standing on their battlements, you feel the whispers of those who came before. Now we must face the sorrowful shadow of the Highland clearances, a chapter in Scottish history marked by heartbreak and loss, but also by the enduring spirit of its people. In the 18th and 19th centuries, powerful landowners seeking greater profits forced thousands of Highlanders from their ancestral homes. The lush hills and glens, once echoing with laughter and song, were cleared to make way for sheep farming, a decision that forever altered the landscape and the lives entwined with it. Entire families who had lived in these glens for generations were suddenly evicted. Their humble cottages were often set ablaze, their belongings scattered and their futures left frighteningly uncertain. Many were forced to emigrate, leaving behind everything they knew. It was not just the loss of home, but the destruction of a vibrant culture and close-knit community. The Gaelic language, traditional music and ancient customs began to fade as people were scattered across the world. The glens, now wild and empty, were once alive with the sounds of children playing, the rhythm of daily work and the warmth of shared stories by the hearth. The clearances silenced that life, leaving only ruins, clachans and crumbling walls as haunting memorials to those who once called this land home. This history explains the deep melancholy that lingers in the Highlands, even when sunlight breaks through the clouds and the hills seem to glow with beauty. The emptiness of the glens is not natural, but a result of forced absence, a silence imposed by history. Understanding this past adds a profound depth to your journey here. The landscape becomes more than scenery. It transforms into a living testament to both resilience and sorrow, a place where memory and history are woven into every stone. The land remembers, holding stories in its mists and valleys, and so must we as we walk these ancient paths. As you travel, notice the crumbling stone walls, the overgrown garden patches, and the faint outlines of old paths, each a silent reminder of lives uprooted and dreams interrupted. The clearances are a vital, if painful, part of the Highland story, a story that continues to shape the land and its people. The land itself seems determined never to let us forget, urging us to remember, reflect, and honour those who came before. The stories of those forced to leave during the clearances are woven into Highland memory. Families waited on shores for ships to unknown lands, Canada, America, Australia, journeys of exile, not adventure. The tragedy of Strathnaver, where even the elderly were carried from burning homes, is just one of thousands. Exiles carried memories, music and stories, keeping Scotland alive in distant lands. Today, millions trace their roots to these Highlanders, returning to walk the land of their ancestors. The wind still carries their stories, a sad, beautiful soundtrack to the Highlands. You don't need Scottish ancestry to feel the emotional impact of the Highlands. The moment you arrive, the wild beauty of this land stirs something deep within you, as if the hills and glens are calling out to every traveller, inviting them to listen and to feel. Standing in a silent glen, surrounded by ruins, you sense the weight of the past and the resilience of those who lived here. Every stone tells a story of hardship and hope, echoing the lives of generations who braved the elements and carved out a home in this rugged landscape. The landscape is saturated with memory. To visit is to become part of its ongoing story. As you walk these ancient paths, you can almost hear the whispers of those who came before, their joys and sorrows woven into the very earth beneath your feet. The Highlands offer more than scenery. They touch your heart with stories of loss and endurance. The mountains stand as silent witnesses to centuries of change, their peaks shrouded in mist, holding secrets and legends that linger in the air. The beauty is tinged with sadness, and the sadness is made beautiful by the human spirit. Here, the golden light of sunset seems to honor both the joys and the hardships that have shaped this land, reminding us that beauty and sorrow often walk hand in hand. It's a place where joy and sorrow intertwine, changing how you see the world. The Highlands teach you to embrace both, to find meaning in contrasts, and to appreciate the fleeting moments of happiness that shine through the mist. You learn to look beyond the surface, to listen for hidden stories. Every weathered stone and ancient grave holds a memory, waiting for someone to notice, to pause and reflect on the lives that shape this place. The Highlands quietly get into your heart, making you more thoughtful and empathetic. In the stillness of dawn or the hush of twilight, you find yourself changed, more attuned to the world and to the stories that connect us all. This journey enriches the soul, leaving you with a deep appreciation for nature and memory. The untouched beauty of the Highlands reminds you of the importance of preserving these wild places and the value of remembering those who came before. It's a feeling that will call you back again and again. The Highlands become a part of you, a place you carry in your heart long after you've left its misty valleys and sunlit hills behind. In the Highlands, emptiness brings connection. The vast spaces give you room to think, to feel, and to connect with nature and yourself. Silence here is not loneliness, but peace. The people you meet are warm, resilient, and proud of their heritage. Touching the stones of a ruined croft, you connect physically with the past. This is history you feel in your bones, deepening your understanding of sacrifice and endurance. Despite sorrow, the Highlands are a land of resilience. Culture survives in music, language, and spirit. You leave inspired by the unbreakable bond between people and land. Our journey through the Highlands ends here, but I hope it's just the beginning for you. From majestic mountains to silent lochs, this land speaks to the heart with beauty and memory. I encourage you to experience it for yourself. Walk the glens, breathe the air, listen to the silence. Let the stories and scale of the landscape connect you to something larger. The Highlands will change you, leaving you with a deeper appreciation for the world and its stories. These tales remind us of the connections between people, place, and history. Thank you for joining me. Keep exploring, keep feeling, and keep your heart open to wonder. Until next time, travel safely, my dears.